Hi, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today we're going to talk about all the different ways you can track your conversions in Google Ads. Okay, this is a who not how situation for me. I'm going to hand you over to my senior account manager, Graham Connolly, who's going to take you through this amazing training. Enjoy.
Hey guys, thanks Dan for that. So today I'm just going to go through a couple of things that we do to vastly improve the accuracy of your conversion tracking within Google AdWords. So there's 3 stages that we kind of do, the first stage is about Google Analytics. This is specifically for the Universal Analytics version of Google Analytics rather than the GA4, and it just kind of helps tighten up the tracking across the funnel, especially if you've got a lot of different software on there. So, for example, like LeadsHook, ThriveCart, OneHub, that kind of thing. Because when data gets sent into Google Analytics, sometimes it gets sent from those software links rather than your domain, and it can affect conversion tracking. So just to go through how we set up our GA Universal Analytics tag, we select the tag type, which is Google Analytics Universal Analytics, tag type page view. We put our tracking ID in here, which is what should be in the top right corner of your admin console on Google Analytics. You're going to find that quite easily. That's quite standard. But then down here is where we kind of add some things. So we want to link basically all of the domains that are on our funnel basically. To do that, we go to fields to set. We find the allow linker bit and set the value to true. And the second bit, we go to cross-domain tracking. And then we put all the domains that are on our funnel that we want to track as one. So like for us, for example, we've got the flexxable.com, which is our domain that we use. We use LeadsHook on there, so we've added that in. We use ThriveCart and OneHub as well. So we've added both of those in. So Google Analytics should link those when they come into the platform, and it should help with the conversion tracking. So that's kind of your like first line of defense. It's not going to completely solve the tracking issues, but it's definitely a piece of the puzzle that you should be setting up. The second stage is to use Google's offline conversion tracking. Now it's a lot more simple than the Facebook conversion API because it uses spreadsheets. So in the description below, we should have linked to our template that we use. I'll just get it up here. So this is kind of the template we use and is the kind of Google specific for passing through data. So you want the Google click ID, the conversion name, the conversion time, the conversion value, and the conversion currency. This would be the currency that your account is in. The conversion value is however much the conversion means to you, as in how much you're going to make from it. Conversion time has to be in this order here. So, date, time, and the time zone. The conversion name should match the name within your Google AdWords account, which I'll go through in a sec. And obviously, you should be capturing the click ID here. So now we've gone through that. Let's start firstly with setting up the conversion inside Google Ads. So obviously you want to go to Tools and Settings, and you want to go to Conversions here. At the top here, you can select New Conversion Action. So you go to Import, then you want to go select Other Data Sources or CRMs. And then you want to put track conversions from clicks normally, if it's coming from, or like your standard YouTube ad where they click onto a page and then they convert on there. Press continue. Then you want to name it. So book this car quotes. 2, use the same value. Usually for a lead, we always use the same value. But obviously it depends on what you're capturing. Always select 1. And we normally use time decay on this. And I'd leave the click-through conversion window as 90 days. And just press create and continue. So that's the conversion setup in Google. So that's all good. So what we can do first now, before we do anything else, is just make a note of that conversion. Just let it load up there. While it's loading, we can carry on with the other stuff. So next up, you want to go to Unbounce, to wherever you're going to be sending the data. So for this particular funnel that we're doing this on, it's a quiz to a results page to a thank you page. So where we need to edit the Unbounce form is going to be on the results page rather than the leads hook quiz. So this is the results page. I just want to go into edit and then want to go to the form. Now, basically from every click from a YouTube ad or a Google search ad or whatever, you'll always get a G-click attached to it. And if they're on iOS, it'll be a W braid or a G braid. So what you want to do is you want to fill out 3 hidden fields. So you just click hidden field there. And then in the field name, you just want to put G-clid. And then you want to do another hidden field, which is a W braid. Another hidden field, which is G braid. So as you see, so I think I've already got them in here. That's why it's showing up. Yeah, here we go. So I've got these in here already. G-clid, W braid, G braid. So I can get rid of these, but to show you how to set them up. So that's all good. So once you've done that, save it, save and publish. And now basically, it should bring your G-clids or W braids and that through into the sheet after we've set up the Zap. And so if you're just sending traffic to an unbounced form that goes to a thank you page, that's all you need to do. But if you're doing what we're doing, like what we're doing on this one, and you have a leads hook going to this unbounced form, you will then also have to go into that leads hook quiz, scroll down to anywhere you redirect them to that results page, and scroll right along to the end, and then you want to add in, let's see if I've done this already. There we go, yeah. You want to add in custom fields into leads hook and make sure they're being populated in the redirect link, which is here. Very simple to create custom fields as well. You just go up to admin and custom fields. And then what you want to do is go to answer, and then you just want to press add. And then just G-clid, and then that's it. That's as simple as that. And then just press save. And then, yeah, go to both results page nodes if you've got more than one, and just add it into this bit here. Like I've shown you here. So it should just say G-clid equals G-clid in those little weird brackets. So once you've done that, and once you've added the 3 fields into your unbounced form, you want to go and just send a test lead through. So I'm going to do that now. So you just want to go through your form like normal. It's a car finance form, so I'll just fill it all out randomly. Cool. So that's done. And then I would just firstly go up here and double check that it's being populated. Actually, that's a good point. You want to add a G-clid up here, which I forgot to do. So let's go and do that now. So I've got an ad here. To do this, you just go onto like something like YouTube, wait until the ad pops up, press learn more, and then you want to scroll to the end where there should be a G-clid already there. There is, so I'm going to copy that. It's important to get a real one as well, so just to make sure that the conversion is working. So once we've done that, I can go back here, put the G-Clid there, press enter. Then we can go and do it. So same stuff again. Cool. So that's done. Cool, perfect. Press complete. Should all be good. And then I will just back. You want to go back to the quiz page again. Perfect. Okay, so then once you've done that, you want to go and create your Zap, which is basically going to be triggered when a form is filled out on your results page, and it will trigger a Zap that will put the data in here, which is what you can see already, because I've already set up the Zap basically. So you can see the G-Clid's gone in there, the conversion name is like that, the time and date is today's time and date, conversion value and currency. So let's just show you how to set that up. So go in here, obviously you want to choose unbounce as your submission. You then want to do a new, form submission. Choose your account. So you set up your account within Zapier, which is pretty simple. And then you want to start the trigger, which is basically you want to trigger it on the results page, not the quiz page, on the results page, or basically the page that has your unbounced form on it. And then you want to test the trigger. And this is why we sent that little test read through. It just helps to get that little bit of info there to just double check. So it looks all correct to me. So I'm just handing through a lot of data from that. Yeah, rest of test, that's me. So yeah, we select that, press continue. Now the next up, you want to format your time and date because Google is very finicky about what it accepts. So you want to just go into add an action, which is a formatter, I believe, which is this formatter here. You just click on that, which will bring up this. And basically you want to select the action event as date and time, press continue. Then you want to set up the action, and you want to basically press format, date formatting, and you want to input the date that it was created at in Unbounce. So you use that dynamic field there. And then you just want to go down and select the one which you want, which is the date backwards like that, the time, the 24-hour clock, and also the time zone. And that should do it like that. And then you want to obviously select the time zone that you want it to be. So whatever your account, the time zone it's in. So ours is in GMT, but you want to select the time zone that your account is in. And once you've done that, you can retest and review, and it should, yeah, so that's the new lead there, and that's how it should look. So that's working fine. Lastly, you want to go and set up the action with the spreadsheet. So you want to select Google Sheets, and it's just create a spreadsheet row. Choose the account, which should be your account. And then you want to select which Google Drive, which is obviously my Google Drive. You want to select the spreadsheet, which should be the one up there. You should basically, when you get this, you just want to go and make a copy there, delete all this data out, and then save it to your drive, and then you'll be able to access it here. The worksheet is this thing here, so obviously you want to make sure it's on this one. You can rename that to whatever you want. And then what you want to do is you want to then populate the spreadsheet, which will basically, the G-Clid, you've captured it in your unbounced form. So you just go down and find the custom field where it says G-cleared. It should be informed data. Let's see, G-braid. I'm going to add the G-braid there and the W-braid. The G-cleared's there, so you'd select that one as well, which I've already got selected. So I'll select the W-braid and the W-braid there. So that's basically, so there will only ever be one of these that comes through. And just to let you guys know, I believe that W braids and G braids aren't yet working in the offline conversions yet. I'm waiting to speak to a Google rep about when they think that it might be starting to work. But just to let you guys know, it only really works with the G cleared, but I still have the G braid and W braid in there as good practice for when hopefully they do fix that problem. So yeah, that should all be fine now. The conversion name, so you want to go back to, okay, so that hasn't worked, but I made one earlier so I could show you guys. Oh, so it has worked, there it is. So I am going to use the one I made earlier just because it's easier. So that's what you want to pass through in your Zap, which is what I've already got there. So just copy and paste that in there. It's a static field. And then here you want to go to your date and time and select that value there. And then also you want to just make sure these are static as well. So obviously the lead to us is worth £20 and the currency is GBP. You have to use the correct 3-digit abbreviation for your currency. So in the US, it'd be USD. You can find that on Wikipedia quite simply. Then you just want to press continue. And then obviously you want to retest the action or test the action. And then you want to turn on the Zap. And you just want to go to your spreadsheet and just double check that the test has come through. So it has come through perfectly there. Cool, perfect. I'm going to delete these now. Cool, okay, so that's working. So next up, you want to do one more test just to make sure it's all coming through correctly. So I'm still going to use the same G-cleared. And I'm going to run another test through. Like so. Rubbish in. We'll complete that. And then you want to see if it has been updated. So go there, and it looks like it has perfectly. I'm just going to unbold that. And then everything after that will be unbolded. But that's all worked fine. So we've got one lead in there. Okay, so next up is to get this data into Google AdWords. I'm going to show you how to upload it and to schedule the data being uploaded every 24 hours, basically. So let's go and do that. So you're going to go back to AdWords. You're going to go up here to Tools and Settings, and you're going to go to Conversions. And the first thing you want to check is goes exactly the same as the lead that you want it to be attributed to. So what I normally do is I'll just copy and paste that. It should already be there, but just to make sure that it's exactly the same. And that is, so that we've set that up well and perfect. So I'm going to delete that. Go back here and you're going to go to Upload on the left-hand side. And you're going to go to Schedules. And then you want to go to this big blue button. You want to select the sources of Google Sheets. You want to link an existing Google Sheets. And it's not this one. You can search it in this. And then you want to make sure it's shared with this email. So you want to copy and paste this email, go back to your Google Sheet, go back to the Share button, and then you want to copy and paste it in here. So you paste it in there, and then that should be done. Person added. And just double check. You want to go back to Share again and just check that it's there. And it is there. So that's perfect. So that's all working correctly. And go back to Schedules again. Then you can put in the frequency, which we do every 24. Then it pre-populates basically the previous day in there. So once that's done, you can press Save and Preview. And just wait for it to pop up to see if it's worked. And as you can see, it's been successful. So you can go and press view details. Just to check that it's all been good. And as you can see, it's been successful. So you can press apply. And then that will be all the leads that go into that spreadsheet will be uploaded every day at your desired time, which is great. So you'll have a up-to-date Google conversion basically for offline conversions. Bear in mind at the moment, as I mentioned earlier, W braids and G braids from the iOS aren't being included at this time. I'm hoping that Google will change that eventually. But it does take 4 days roughly for Google to get the accurate amount of leads into the account. So this is just a little quick way of just adding another layer of tracking that is just a bit more accurate in that respect. So that's how you track the offline conversions. The next thing you want to do, just to add an extra bit of conversion tracking, the Holy Trinity, is to sort it out in Google Analytics, your goals or your conversions. So firstly, I'm going to go through Google Analytics Universal. So I'm going to go to your Google Analytics. Now I have a universal and a GA4 for most clients, and anyway, just because I like having both. I'm much more. I have more knowledge on universal, obviously, because that's what we've been using for years. I am still learning bits and pieces on the GA4, but it is going that way. So I think it's good to have both, and while you're learning, still have the universal analytics there where you're comfortable with. Basically, that's what I do anyway. So basically, to set up your universal conversions, we want to go into your universal account, and you want to go to admin, and you want to go to the right-hand side and goals. We have quite a lot in here already, but basically, when you want to set up a goal, you set up a goal here. And basically, you want to select kind of what you're after. So say you want to set up a lead. They have loads of predefined configurations here. I tend to normally go for custom for a lead, because there's not one that's exactly what I want really. So I'm going to go to custom, press continue. I'm going to name it. You can save it in whichever slot you want. Obviously, I've only got this slot left, but there should be loads of them. And then you want to go to destination. And then you want to make sure this changes to regular expression. And then value video. And if it's got a value to you, add in a value. If not, then don't. For this purpose, I'm going to put 20 there. You can add a funnel, which gives you kind of funnel stats. So I'm going to do that right now. We're just going to keep the conversion tracking quite simple. And if you had traffic running to your site already, and you're just setting this up now, you can press verify goal to make sure this is correct and that it's picking up data. So as you can see, this is picking up data, which is great. So that says to me that it's set up correctly. So I will press save. And then that is your goal created within Google Analytics. Just double check it's there, test lead, there we go. Cool. So if you want to do it on GA4, we want to go to GA4 thing here. So to set up GA4, if you're using GA4, basically you want to go over to Tag Manager and you want to create a new tag. I'm just going to take you through the tag that we've got here. You want to select the Google Analytics GA4 event, and you want to configure the tag as a Google Analytics GA4. And you want the event name. There's many event names you can use. I'll go in here. But for a lead, we have generate_lead, and this should generate the lead. And that's all you need to do for that. And then you obviously want to trigger it on the page that they're going to land on. And then that will trigger event inside Analytics, which you can find if you go to Configure. And you go to Conversions. What? There you go, Generate Lead. Is here. So that's how you set up your events. You obviously want to select that as a conversion as well. So if you go into events here, you can select Markers Conversion here as a conversion. And yeah, and it's as simple as that. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you have any questions, throw some comments below. Like the video, subscribe. Cheers, guys.